It's been a while since I last shared my home office setup with you, and after several challenging months of design and construction, our house is finally complete and I'm excited to give you a tour of the new space. In today's video, I'll walk you through my updated home office where I spend most of my work days doing design and editing work, as well as my current favorite gear. Let's get started. Let's start with the desk. For many years, I've been using the same white desk, but I actually wanted to change things up a bit. I wanted the space to have white walls and walnut accents all around. So when Vernal, today's sponsor, reached out to me for a collaboration, I got really excited because I knew that their standing desk is the perfect base for the desk setup. Setting it up was pretty straightforward since the legs already come in pre-built. Opening up the desktop, you'll see that underneath, the steel frames for connection are already attached, so it's easier to connect the electrical components. All I needed to do was to attach the legs. The frame is made of high-quality steel, finished with an elegant matte black coat. They also feel very sturdy and definitely built like a tank. Underneath the desk is a beautiful cable management tray that comes with the desk and does a good job of organizing the plethora of cables I have for my desk components. The desktop is made of bamboo and I chose the walnut vinyl finish which fit the space really well. My desktop is 60 inches by 27.5 inches, wide and deep enough to cover a lot of ground for my everyday workflow. The walnut finish is quite elegant and I really wanted a desk that showcases more wood grain to add that sort of earthy and classic feel to my space. It has two grommet holes on both sides, which makes it easier to route the cables underneath. I use them to route the cables to my speakers and desk chargers neatly. Overall, the build quality is pretty solid and the desk also doesn't shake and keeps everything in place. The buttons are also intuitive and provides you with 4 different height presets so you can automatically choose the height of the desk without manually pushing the up and down buttons. Vernal also offers a bunch of really useful accessories that match really well with their desks. And since I like having the option to hide my peripherals away when I'm writing or sketching on the desk, I also installed their integrated keyboard tray. I chose the bigger 27.5 inches option to house my peripherals. Apart from being functional, the keyboard tray is an elegant addition to the desk since its walnut finish is also color matched to the desk. Its interior is also finished with a soft velour fabric to make sure that your peripherals are protected. Its hinges also operate smoothly and it's also easy to install underneath the desk. Next, I also have their 47.2 inches desk shelf. Its main function is to organize the small and frequently used items that I need to be within reach at all times. And I like the fact that you can also easily slide them in and out of the desk at ease. This keeps my desk space well organized and allows me to maximize the use of my desk real estate. If you're interested in picking up the desk system yourself, Vernal is having a Black Friday deal from November 10 to December 5. You can get their products for up to 50% off site-wide, and you can also get some free desk accessories. Head on over to Vernal's website, which is linked in the description below. At the heart of my setup, I have a custom-built PC and 2 monitors. I'm still rocking a PC with my good old 3070 Founders Edition GPU and a 12th generation i7 processor. It's strong enough to handle my everyday workflow as creator and editor, and so far it handles rendering like a champ. For my monitors, I have a 27-inch ultrafine 4K monitor from LG as my main monitor, and beside it is the 28 inches LG dual-up display. They are both mounted on a Wano dual monitor mount, which I recently reviewed on a video that I did, which is linked above. I utilize the monitor setup mainly for design and editing work. I find that having 2 monitors this time around allows me to optimize my windows when multitasking. The LG Dual Up is a great secondary monitor for multimedia consumption, as well as when I'm using either AutoCAD or SketchUp simultaneously. It's also a great preview monitor when I'm editing vertical videos. I've always been a hybrid user, and I'm looking into getting an M4 machine very soon, so stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about my peripherals. Keychron recently sent me their new Keychron K3 Max low-profile mechanical keyboard and the M6 4K mouse. The K3 Max is a solid upgrade from the previous versions due to the upgraded acoustics. Keychron has been a household name in the mechanical keyboard world for a while now, and they still continue to innovate and improve their products, which I believe is the reason why recently the K3 Max was also featured as a peripheral for the M4 Mac Mini on Apple's website. I'm a fan of 75% layout mechanical keyboards, which is why I also love the K3 Max's layout. However, I also miss the feel of slim membrane keyboards like Apple's Magic Keyboard. I seriously think that this is a great in-between. It has a nice travel time and the keys are pretty responsive too. For my preferred typing experience, I like having brown switches for their sound and feel. The keycaps from the old version feature an ABS finish, while the K3 Max feature double shot PBDs. The K3 Max, however, don't have shine-through keycaps, and I actually prefer the newer keycaps since the feel is smoother and they tend to attract less oil and fingerprints. While I like having the feel of tactile keys on a mechanical keyboard, I also like having the slimness and quietness of membrane keyboards, which is why I really like the new iteration of the K3 because it features the best of both worlds. For connectivity, I also like having the option of having a 2.4 GHz connection, which were previously not available in the old version. Apart from its already fast Bluetooth 5.1 connectivity, you can also use the cable to connect it to your devices. I also use their coiled aviator cable, which is quite handy when you want to use the keyboard for gaming, so you don't lose connection mid-match. It also supports up to 3 devices and can be used on both macOS and Windows systems, and is programmable with QMK and their browser-based Keychron launcher. My mouse of choice for this setup is also from Keychron. This is their take on a productivity mouse similar to the Logitech MX Master 3, which I've been using for several years now too. Like the MX Master 3, the M6 also features a responsive vertical scroll wheel and a horizontal scroll wheel. In terms of connectivity, unlike the MX Master 3, the M6 allows you to connect your device using a 2.4 GHz dongle, which is also handy for scenarios when you don't want to rely on Bluetooth. It's also worth noting that when you use the Keychron engine, you can also customize the DPI, macros, and other settings using the dongle or wired connection. On the design and build quality, some noteworthy features of the M6 for me would be its weight and finish. Comparing it with the MX Master 3, it is way lighter, which means we can also use it for gaming. The materials used for the mice are quite noticeably different. Putting them side by side, it's easy to spot that the M6 features more plastic than the MX Master 3. The MX Master 3 has metal scroll wheels while the M6 have plastic ones, although a great trade-off would be their finishes. The MX Master 3's rubber finish can really attract a lot of dirt, gunk, and oil if you use it every day. The M6 has a matte plastic finish, which I believe is easier to maintain and clean. The grip is similar to the MX Master 3, with the MX having more width. The M6 4K features a fast polling rate of up to 4000 Hz, hence the name. This means that it's more responsive and is great for fast-paced games like Valorant, Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, and other FPS games, all of which I don't play, but you get what I'm saying. Both mice can connect up to 3 devices via Bluetooth. Underneath the M6, you'll see 4 buttons that allow you to shift your DPI, choose your connection, choose your Bluetooth device connection, and a polling report rate switch, which can be useful for onboard customization. Overall, I think the M6 4K is designed to be a great in-between when switching between productivity and gaming. The M6 is also programmable using the Keychron engine, which is available both for Windows and macOS. For my desk mat, my peripherals sit on the large leather desk mat from Decor. It measures 65 by 30 cm and is made from Italian full-grain leather with a natural and biodegradable cork base. I like its texture so much because it allows me to glide my mouse smoothly, and its deep black color complements the desk nicely. Now for my audio setup. I went with the Kanto U2 speakers mounted on the S6 stand. These provide me with some rich sound monitoring, and they also look great against a white wall and wall mount desk. When I want to be able to listen to music using a close back approach, I can easily switch to my Sony XM5s, which rest nicely on a nice walnut headphone stand also from Decor. To charge all my devices on the desk, I have an X23 Pro 3-in-1 charger from Cooksu. This allows me to dock my iPhone, charge my AirPods, and my Apple Watch all at the same time without too many cables inside. It's crafted with premium aluminum alloy, and I like its elegant gunmetal finish, which blends nicely with my desk. With it, I can make sure that my devices are fully charged, so when I shift from working to working out, I can just easily remove them from my dock. Overall, the convenience it brings when charging devices and its stylish design is a game changer, especially when I want to ensure that my devices don't run out of juice on a workday. Cookshoe is also having a Black Friday sale on their website. Link is in the description. Now let's move on to the storage solutions and my chair of choice for the setup. My chair of choice is the IKEA Alefial in black. I used to enjoy an ergonomic chair, but I figured if I wanted the home office to have a homier vibe, this is a great choice. Despite it not being an ergonomic chair, I can sit and feel comfortable in it for hours. For storage, I have a wide Alex drawer to my right side for easy access to documents and other small things, and to my right is a black Nordly drawer, also from IKEA. This is the storage I use for bulkier items like tripods and lights. For the decor, to my left is a plastic plant to soften the space up and a floor lamp to provide ambience in the night. To my right, on top of the Alex drawer, is a desk lamp from IKEA to also add a nice vibe to the space in the evening. And to add personality to the space, I added the 60x90 art print from Keith Haring and hung it on the wall. Above my desk is a floating shelf which features some planters, and behind my setup are a few of my favorite architecture and landscape shots which I printed. These inspire me to work and look forward to traveling and shooting again. And that wraps up my current home office setup, and I hope it sparks some ideas or inspiration for your space. Curating and bringing this design to life has been such an enjoyable process. My goal was to create a tropical mid-century aesthetic, drawing inspiration from designers like Alvar Aalto, Louis Kahn, and Charles and Ray Eames. Thanks again Vernal for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to head on to their website linked in the description below to get exclusive deals and discounts this Black Friday. If you have any questions and suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. For behind the scenes and updates, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. If this was a valuable video to you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. For the next part of the series, I'll be showing you around my living area and the design process behind it, so stay tuned for that. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!